Hi everyone, Riggedy here. I wanted to go over some basics about prison trial attacks, what heroes to choose, what to think about when choosing them, uh, how to prepare for your prison trial attacks, what to do before you go into the attacks. So let's look at the hero page. Um, Obviously, there's a few things that affect heroes: their enhancement level, their actual level, and also their weapon level. Whether it's Apex, Epic, Rare, Uncommon, it will have an effect on the stats for a hero. The stats for a hero can be seen by clicking on them and going to this banner right here that has their attack rating, their defense rating, and their number of hit points. The things that will affect that is the level of the hero. The level will not affect your troop attack in layers. It will not affect it when you attack another sanctuary. That level will only serve to increase these ratings and these stats here for the hero in puzzle type events. So when choosing which hero to bring up the 400 from 350, what I would recommend is bringing up the ones you use in puzzle the most. I also chose the ones that have the least hit points first, such as Mars. He hits really hard and does increase people's attack and healing rate. So I like to bring him in, but he does have a very low amount of hit points. So I put my best weapon on him, and I do try and keep him alive as best as possible. So he is the one I got up to 400, probably second after Ulrich, just to get the extra hit points. Obviously, it gave him extra attack and defense too, which was helpful in killing things faster and taking less damage for him. So all around, it gave pretty much an upgrade that was helpful in keeping him alive. When going in, you want to put the best weapons on your heroes. It can make a big difference. Keep in mind that Apex weapons give 1200 hit points. Epic weapons give 600 hit points, 300 attack defense, but we'll focus on the hit points right now. The rares give 400. Uncommons 240. So basically, there's a couple hundred hit point difference between just an epic and a rare, and also some attack and defense stats. And if you think about that times 5, since you're bringing 5 heroes in, it can get up into the high hundreds or even thousand uh, in terms of the attack rating and defensive rating when you add all that up. So it is important. I do highly recommend changing out your weapons if you need to increase the amount of stats you have for the heroes you're using. One other thing that I'll touch on is hero skins. If you click on the shirt over here, you'll see that most heroes have multiple hero skins, or at least another hero skin. This will give them 5%. Normally, almost all of them will give 5% attack, defense, and hit points, in addition to some random troop stats. Some are better than others, but the cost of the skin will be different. Some will be only bought with skin fragments that are from events that are special and you can't use the normal skin frags on. To see how many skin frags you have, you can go to your bag here up top, click on bag. On the next one below it, click on skin frag. Here's the frags from the special events. This one's for Chow Hao, Samuel, Nam Huel, Tomoyo, Fox, Lady M, Leia. They all have specific ones for events. You can convert them and recycle them, which will make them into these hero skin frags. even if I recycled all of these, I wouldn't have enough for what I'm trying to do. So I leave them in this form because once I recycle them into this, I can't go backwards. If these events were to happen again, maybe I could get them, well, probably not, but keeping them in this form makes them the most versatile, so that's how I keep them for now. When I need them, I'll convert them as needed. However, getting these skins do give 5%, and adding them together gives you quite a bit, especially when you're talking about hit points in the 5, 6, 7,000 hit point range. That's upwards of, 300, 350 hit points extra for just one of these 5% on one of the heroes. So doing that for one or more heroes will give you also quite a bit of an advantage in going in with extra hit points, attack, and defense. Um, Doing all the little things will add up to quite a bit, and you'll actually notice a difference going in when you prepare as best as you can. Um, that being said, there's different strategies you can use. I use a lineup that has a strategy for single target attacking with Lavina, Mars, and Scarlet. I will single attack them one by one, get them down. I use Lavina to keep the one target from being healed by their healers, while Mars, Scarlet, and Lavina do their damage to them and prevent it from being healed until I get it down as best as possible, hoping that the tiles fall into place. Um, there's the other strategies that can be used. One popular one is Ulrich and Ephraim being used together. If you look at Ulrich's skills, you'll see he lowers the foe's defense by 44%. Ephraim does the same thing. Those will stack and make all of their heroes take quite a bit of extra damage from the same attacks that you would do. The other thing is he will even out all the damage between your heroes when you get attacked by them and also their heroes when you attack them. So basically, if you lower their defense there, and then you hit them with someone like Wally that does a lot of single target defense, because he evened it out, it will attack all the heroes. Also, someone that's really strong, Laura and Jesse, who will hit all the heroes by default. You do not need to hit the Ulrich ability for her. Obviously, it's best to, because it does lower their defense, and it is important in what order that you hit your hero abilities. And the best way to know what order that is to read up on the hero skill tab and understand what abilities they have. When you go into Prison Trial, you'll see that these are the heroes you're facing. You have a choice of which ones you want to face, actually. You can choose either one if you can't blitz it and you're doing a new level. You can click on each one and it will tell you what their abilities are. And then you can try and mix and match your heroes to combat these abilities. For this one, there's a lot of damage here. What I would try and do is bring in probably Mars. Definitely a couple healers. I would bring in Mars, maybe Mantis. It might be important to try and control the rage on those heroes. But again, I'll go into more strategy on that when we actually do the attacking. But I just wanted to let you know, you can see the lineup you're attacking and their abilities. So definitely take a look at what is going to be done against you, as well as what your hero's abilities can be done when you're going into battle. If you have any questions on specific heroes, a specific lineup, and you want to reach out to me, please do so. I'd be happy to help out in any way I can. One other thing I'd like to go over, which is just a basic thing about puzzles. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. If you go into any hero duel, there is battle tips you can click on this top left here, on this exclamation point. basically this third one is the one that I'd like to call a little attention to. Restored when removing tiles of the same color when tiles attack, miss, double regen. So basically what that means is when you kill a hero, and that would make it so there's a hole in their lineup, and you were to fit these red tiles instead of hitting McCarty, they would have went right through the middle. So if 4 of those tiles would have went through the middle, it would have gave me credit for 8 of that color's tiles. And if I had that color hero, they would get credit for double the rage, which would then fill them up quite a bit faster. Obviously, you know, depending on the situation you're in with your puzzle, you may need to get an ability popped, and if that will help you pop it by making that move versus another one, maybe that's the one you want to choose. There's a lot of, you know, situational decisions you need to make during a puzzle. I won't go over that in this video, but hopefully through some corresponding videos, you'll get some idea of when it might be better to make some moves versus others. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me, and good luck, everyone.